Okay, so similarly on the other side of the situation of middle root, we have the upper clef online notes. So here's our upper clef, the notes online, right? Online notes. F is on a line, G is in between line through. So it's F, A, C, and E. This is the upper clef. So really here, when you're looking at the upper clef and you're looking at that C there, we play that a lot with the trumpet, but it would come out a B flat, but it's up there. That's upper C. It looks like middle C, but it's not. It's upper C. So we have an F major 7th chord there. So these banners are kind of lined up. You know, I've kind of lined them up for you better than just putting the message there, putting the banners there. Now these are exact. These modal banners are exact. I mean, this is like exact. D owns this part of the fretboard in the key of C. If it was, you want to look at it in a different key, it's all going to shift. But in the key of C, D owns this part of the fretboard. Okay. So now this part of the fretboard is way up here. Here's your fret nut. Here's your fret nut. This stuff's going on in the lower part of the fretboard, where this is your bass clef, and the in-between line notes form an A minor 7th chord. Okay, they don't even get up to middle C. Way up here on the fretboard, on your fretboard. So pretty much as high as I go on my guitar, I can go about to E and D. I can't get this C because I've down tuned my guitar. My C is way up here. I've got a cutaway here, but it's not even there. It's past that. This is way up on your electric guitar here. It's up there. This is upper C. Okay, and the line through notes form an F major 7th chord. F, A, C, E. Face. Just like Facebook. Don't forget to read the instructions for the Facebook group page, Andy Shree Guitar Chart Videos, the URL put together. And that's how you get to it. So that's what we got there. Now let's get to today's chart. The most recent chart has some interesting stuff. Just like our circle of fifths for the string shapes. Okay, so hopefully we're rolling. We have here the circle of fifths for the string shapes, right? So you have the C string shape on the bottom, and then the G string shape, then D, then A, then E string shape, then back to the C string shape. If we're doing the long pattern in the C, we got the C string shape, G string shape, D string shape, but then we're going to do the 3 of them here, the A to A long pattern string shapes. Okay, so it's 5, 6, 5. Sorry. We go 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My notes are rubbing off, and I use them when I can. I don't always use them. I don't need them. That's the point. They were training notes. So that's the long pattern for the C. So we did the AA right here. Okay, so we go. Now if we take this and bring it down, okay, we can continue from the AA and go. Then we go into the E string shape, back to the C string shape, have to warp it up to the G string shape again, like that. You go all the way around with the long patterns. Now let's look at the circle of key registers for modal caged fifths. We have C, we have G, add a sharp, we have D, add a sharp. Then we go A, E to B. Okay? So there's a similarity here because we've got this little guy here. Let's just look at what that guy ends up being. Okay, the wife's home. I guess she didn't go to the gym. Or she did, but made it a short workout. So she's going to come in here, and I'm going to go from instructor to, you know, when are you going to fix my car? So you see the light of the wife. So we've got the A, and then we've got the E string shape. Okay, then we have 4, 5, 6, which is actually the Lydian. So here's that F right here. B we kind of skip in the circle, but the way it works out with this circle of key registers, we're adding a sharp G, we're adding a sharp to D, we're adding a sharp to the key of A, we're adding a sharp to the key of E, we add a sharp to the key of B, and then we have a diminished fifth. So E, B is the fifth of E, is the fifth of A, is the fifth of D, is the fifth of G, is the fifth of C. C is the fifth of F. Okay, so that's all 7 keys required to start to play all of the modes from open position. So let's look at those modes. Here's our F to C. We can start with F, the key of F. Okay, we play it from the E box. It's our Locrian. E becomes the 7th. Here's the long pattern. We have to hurry up, and it's got 1 flat. Then we go to the C. F goes to C. Everyone knows what C is. E becomes the 3rd. No flats, no sharps. Then we go to the key of G. We add 1 sharp. Okay? Here's the numbers. Now E becomes the 6th. Okay, and then we go C equals 4. That means not middle C, but one of the C's on the staff becomes the 4th note because C is the 4th of G. Then we add another sharp. We get the key of D. E becomes the 2nd there. So we're going around that circle. Here's the key of A. Add another sharp. E becomes the 5th. Okay, and then the C note is located where the D is on the D string shape in the stack of string shapes for the key of A. Move along. The 5th of A is E. Got the key of E. Add another sharp. Key of E. E becomes what? The root right there. Root. Okay, so now I think I made a mistake with that. Yeah, this is right. With the key of E, this is right. E becomes the root.